This is Mindset with your host, inspirational speaker and author, Jerome Bowser.
Hello, and welcome to Mindset. I want to encourage you today to live your best life ever. And if that's been something that you want occurring in your life, you've come to the right place. Our topic is the initial principle for getting your life back. It all starts when you clean out your life. One of my fondest memories of my life was my childhood experiences living with my grandparents. My parents had a brief marriage, and my mother and I ended up living with my grandparents. I was a little guy at the time, and we lived in the ghettos of New York City in Harlem. And we had a lot of love in that house. We may not have had a lot of money, but we did have a lot of love and a lot of fun. And I enjoyed spending the time with my grandparents. They built a whole foundation for me that I lived with forever. I remember my grandfather used to smoke a pipe, and he smoked a particular aromatic blend of tobacco. As he smoked it, the resin built up in the pipe, and it intensified the flavor. But at some point, eventually, it turned increasingly bitter, signaling that it was time for a cleaning. I remember watching Papa clean his pipe. It was a process. He first had to separate the stem from the bowl. Then he would scrape the residue that built up inside of the bowl. And then next he would use pipe cleaners to clear a path from the mouthpiece to the stem. But sometimes the stem was so clogged that the pipe cleaner couldn't get through. He then had to work the pipe cleaner from both ends until he can remove the clog. But if that didn't work, he would have to replace the whole pipe stem. I wanted to tell you that story because in reminiscing about this, it made me realize that for many people, life can be the same way. Sometimes life gets clogged and doesn't function correctly. It becomes difficult to enjoy, and the flavor just isn't there. You can't get the satisfaction out of it, and life starts to taste bitter, and there's no pleasure in what you're doing. Perhaps you find yourself in this predicament today, and if you do, I have a very strong suggestion for you. Clean out your life. Now you may ask, how do I clean out my life? Well, just like my grandfather knew it was time to clean his pipe, you have to know when it's time for you to make a change. When your life seems stagnant, routine, and dreadfully repetitive, that's a good indication that it's time for you to clean out your life. It's been my experience that a great number of people aren't living life. They're only reacting to life. Don't waste your time and energy reacting to life. Take control and start living on your own terms. As a matter of fact, I've got something I believe is absolutely mind-blowing. You ready for this? If your life experiences sound similar to what I just described, it's possible that the life you're presently living isn't the life you were supposed to live, but the manifestation of a reacted life. Instead of knowing that you have the power to make a change, your mindset adapted this alternate adoptive life as real life. And you don't address this and reverse this, these adapted experiences will not only seem real to you, but will also create negative memories which could last a lifetime. You'd be literally going through life with repressive memories that aren't even your own. If your life is following that pattern, then you're essentially living a lie, a substitute life, an adaptive life, and you're struggling with life unnecessarily. It's as if you're living someone else's existence. It's easy to fall into a pattern of merely reacting to whatever comes your way, letting life push you around like a leaf in the wind. But guess what? You are not a leaf. You are an empowered human being capable of creating the life you desire. So stop waiting for things to happen and begin to make them happen yourself. How? Well, you can start by doing this. Number one, getting rid of toxic relationships, negative energies, and self-doubt that hold you back. Number two, you can start by embracing the power of decluttering. Spiritually, physically, and mentally, make space for growth and new opportunities. And the third thing you can start by is harnessing your strength, taking charge of your life, and start shaping your destiny. Remember, it's now or never. Go on, grab life by the horns with both hands and roar loudly, paving your own path towards success. That's the reason why a lion is my logo, to roar loudly and pave my own path to success. Clean out your life. I'm going to say something to you right now that I'm asking you to really consider. I mean, really think about this next statement. The biggest challenges in life is to be yourself in a world that is trying to make you like everyone else. There is a very distinct difference between living life and reacting to it. Life, all by itself, has something for you. An alternate plan filled with anxieties, pain, troubles, uncertainties, inconsistencies, and confusion. But living life is an art form that requires courage, passion, and self-awareness. It means taking control of one's own destiny, making conscious decisions based on personal values and ambitions. Those who live life don't react to external circumstances. They shape their reality through deliberate actions and thoughtful choices. They understand that life is not a passive experience, but rather an opportunity for growth, self-discovery, and fulfillment. Living life demands embracing challenges head-on, pushing boundaries, moving mountains, and constantly seeking new experiences. It entails setting goals and pursuing them relentlessly with unwavering determination. So don't settle for a mere existence dictated by circumstances. Are you listening to me? Don't settle. Do not settle for a mere existence dictated by your situations, circumstances, or conditions. Instead, choose right now to break free from the chains of reaction and seize each day with boldness as the architects of your own destiny, the designer of your own thoughts, the composer of your own songs, and the author of the book of your life. Be the one who determines how your life should be lived, and then live it. Steve Jobs once said, "Your time is limited. Don't waste it living someone else's life." Are you tired of living the life someone else has made for you? I know that you are. The only person you should try to be better than is the person you were yesterday. Are you ready to live the life you want to live? What if I told you that there's a way to reverse this whole process, that you can actually take control of the situation and begin living your life? That once you realize your life's truth, your whole world will change. You can take control of your life if you master your mind. You can have a different state of awareness, and you can flip the script on how life and even people perceive you. You can create a new perception of yourself, a secured assurance and confidence that exudes self-control and empowers your life. You can be what you want to be if you clean out your life. And if you reach this point, you must come to the conclusion that this doesn't feel like real life. Always in turmoil, always in some forms of arguments or disputes, trouble coming from all ends and sides, missed opportunities, you're drinking and drugging out of control, and on and on and on you go on the merry-go-round of a substitute life. Are you ready to get to the bottom of this situation? Then resolve it in your mind that you refuse to continue going on another day like this. I mean, actually say that statement to yourself out loud. I refuse to continue going on another day like this. Repeat it as often as necessary. Be determined to clean out your life right now. In order to do this, you will have to work on both ends of your life in order to get it right, just like my grandfather's pipe. This can happen in 3 decisive steps. Make this part of your reconstruction strategy. On one end, which we would call your past life, you have to come to terms with your past, admitting once for all that your past is just that, past, gone, completed, and there's nothing more that can be done. The errors and mistakes you committed back then, learn from them. Then learn how to forgive yourself with a repentant heart and mean it. Keep repeating this process till you get to the point where you no longer need to look behind you. Then go ahead. Release yourself from the bondage and burdens which you have chained to psychological torment. It's okay. I promise absolutely nothing will happen to you except a change for the better. The only thing you will lose is the person you used to be. On the other end is the one we will call your future self. And it needs you to be in position now in order to be the best version of yourself in the future. And third is the middle, that place where you are right now. You have to come to a decision and a realization that you actually have to replace the struggling life you were living with for the life you desire and the life that you deserve. A sacrifice must be made. You must be willing to nail the old you to the cross so that you will be able to be made brand new. This, my friends, is the proverbial fork in the road, that valley of decision, the place of transition, where you must make a conscious choice. Turn around and go back to what's familiar, or be bold and courageous and march forward seeking the adventure of the new life awaiting you. You have to let go of the one in order to get to the other. If you decide to go forward, you need to come up with a plan, a strategy in which you'll commit until you reach your goal. I want to offer you a mind hack. 5 simple action words for you to follow. You can make any adjustments you feel necessary as long as you stay true to your strategy. Remember, you're making a brand new you. You are writing the script to the story of your life. So with that in mind, here are the 5 words. Number 1, be bold. Don't be afraid of being afraid. This is your life. Be bold. Take this thing for real. Be courageous. Number 2, be fearless. Never allow anyone to intimidate you. You have a goal now. You have a future. There is some place you're trying to get, and nobody else can get you there but you. So be fearless. Next, be resilient. Have the mental fortitude to activate your inner strength and overcome every difficulty you may encounter. Guess what? I have some great news for you. The power to accomplish this is already in you. You were built that way. You was created that way. You were born with this already in you. It just needs to be tapped into. Next, be irrepressible. Set yourself up to be the only one who is in control of your life. And lastly, be conscious. Be consistently aware of who you are and where you're going at all times. Allow yourself to be the person you want to be. Remember, this is your life. You have to take a good look at who you are right now. I mean, you have to be honest with yourself. And if you can be honest with yourself, then you can take a look at who you want to be and realize it's going to take a commitment and an effort and some discipline to get you there. You've got to have your eye on the prize and nothing else. Now you're going to hear detractors. You're going to be tempted. You're going to feel the pull to revert to who you were. But don't give in. You've been down that road before. You know where it leads. If it was all that, you wouldn't be here right now trying to make the decision of whether to stay with the life you presently have or leave that life for the one you should be living. You have to make that decision. The choice is yours. Don't be afraid to clean out your life. Remember, this is your life. Make the commitment to be committed. Do what has to be done in order to get where you have to be. And be who you are supposed to be. It doesn't matter how old or young you are, how long it does or doesn't take, or where you begin. What matters most is getting up, taking the initiative to move forward, and don't stop until you accomplish the goals set before you. And when you reach your goal, you would have accomplished what is called an achievement. Achievement is the ultimate objective for a life goal. So go ahead, clean up your life. You have a strong strategic plan to be bold, to be fearless, to be resilient, to be irrepressible, and to be conscious. Work your strategic plan. Set your sight on your goals and never take your eyes off of them. Nothing can stop you when you master your mind. Remember, This is your life. So go ahead, clean out your life, and live. Until next time, be blessed. Talk to you soon.